What was the best day of your life? My wife and I always dreamed of having kids together. We used to talk about it late at night, imagining tiny shoes by the door and school drawings taped to the fridge. We were so sure it would happen. But after a few years of trying, it felt like we were chasing something that kept moving further away. We tried everything: fertility treatments, hormone therapy, even changing our diets completely. We scheduled our lives around doctor visits and ovulation charts. Every time we thought it might work, it didn't. The hope started to wear us down. I'd catch her sitting in the hallway, staring at the nursery we set up, her face blank like she was trying not to feel anything at all. Eventually, we talked about adoption. It felt like opening a new door, one we were nervous to walk through. But it was the first time in a while we felt a little hope again. We filled out every form, sat through every interview, and tried to stay patient. Then we met Jalen. He was 6, skinny, and so quiet you could forget he was in the room. He barely made eye contact during the first visit and only spoke to the social worker. My wife brought him a Hot Wheels car, and he just held it in his lap without saying a word. When he moved in, it was like he was trying not to leave a trace. He kept his room spotless, never asked for anything, and flinched a little if we laughed too loud. He didn't call us anything. If he needed to get our attention, he'd just tap us or say, "Excuse me." That first year was tough. Every little sign of progress felt like a win. The first time he laughed during a movie, we replayed that scene 3 times just to hear it again. My wife got him into bedtime stories, and he started requesting the same book over and over, like it was a routine he didn't want to let go of. He let me show him how to ride a bike, but the moment he fell and scraped his knee, he froze up and refused to try again for months. Year 2, he started sitting next to us on the couch instead of across the room. He let us hug him sometimes, but his body stayed stiff. We tried not to read too much into it. I coached his soccer team, and he started waving to me after games. Just a quick wave, but I noticed. I didn't push. I just kept showing up. Year 3 rolled around, and things felt steadier. He started asking questions, real ones, like where I grew up or what my job was like. He didn't share much about his past, but every now and then something would slip out and we'd just listen, never pry. One day he asked if he could invite a friend over. That night, while he was getting ready for bed, he poked his head into the kitchen and said, "He said you were cool, my friend. He liked you." That felt big. But the day it all changed was a regular Tuesday. I went to pick him up from school and found him sitting on the curb, his backpack slumped beside him. His face was tight, like he was holding something in. I asked if everything was all right. He just shrugged. Later, I found out a kid had said something cruel, something about how people like Jalen didn't have real parents. That hit him hard. I asked if he wanted to stop for ice cream. He nodded, but he stayed quiet the whole ride. We sat at a booth, both of us eating slowly, and then out of nowhere he said, "You didn't have to come get me, you know." I looked at him and told him I always would. He nodded, eyes on the table. Then he said it. "Thanks, Dad." I didn't move for a second. It was like time paused. I looked over at him and he was already back to eating. Like it wasn't a big deal, but it was. After 3 years of waiting, of wondering if he would ever see us as his, he finally said it. That was the best day of my life. Nothing flashy, no celebration, just a quiet booth, 2 melting cones, and a single word that changed everything.